is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Tuesday, March 9th. It's still not daylight savings time, but you still can take the day off. You know, this is going to be mean.
It's gonna be mean.
It's gonna be mean. I used to think that I was not a flexible human being. But I am convinced that I work with the two least flexible people on the planet. And you're only flexible in relation to the other guy, in relation to Panda. And Panda has a legitimate, he has a legitimate reason.
Let me see you throw your leg up. Stand up, throw your leg up. Okay. Stand up, throw your leg up.
Stand up. Oh my goodness.
Okay. But I have a nice leg.
Yeah, it's a great leg. And you can see how we take our job. We both wore joggers today. My first time wearing joggers. I never wear these bad boys.
No. I'm not wearing the same joggers I did yesterday, that's for sure.
No way.
I would never.
No, we wear normal pants here.
I would never.
Is it coming back again?
I've never heard it
We're
this
in
far.
a synth area, synth zone.
How long does it go?
Come back? It feels like it's coming back, Brand.
They wouldn't.
They would. Let's go.
Take the day off. Whoa! Go.
I gotta be honest. Anybody that tuned in for the first day today didn't make it. They didn't make it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But you know what I'll say to those people? It's National Get Over It Day. So get over it.
Get over it.
Keep listening. Keep tuning in. It is National Get Over It Day, and I can't get over how many of you slime balls haven't signed up for Bramble Jam Plus. It's astounding. I don't know what you're waiting on. You get the exclusive gavel. You get the exclusive Bayside.
Slime balls.
Slime balls. And I'll stop calling you slime balls once you sign up. Tina. You slime
Tina.
ball.
It's been long enough, Tina.
Seriously, teen.
What are we waiting on, Teen?
Teeny tiny.
Teeny? Okay.
Tina Turner Tiny.
Tina Turner Tiny is what you said.
It is National Get Over It Day. It is March 9th. Very excited about this day. I was watching a Rod Stewart documentary last night called Girls, Girls, Girls. The Rod Stewart story. I don't know. And it was good. It was good for the first few minutes. And then it took a turn. Rod Stewart said, I can't do this anymore.
Forever young.
He said, I can't do this.
The young.
He said, I can't do this anymore. He threw up his hands and he walks out. This is in the first 5 minutes of the documentary.
Wow.
They proceed to do the whole rest of the documentary without Rod Stewart, which was impressive. And I don't know why they showed him walking out. I don't know what the good was there. But this was the weird thing. When he got up from his chair, he was in one of those like director's chairs, you know?
Yeah.
You know how it usually says director behind it? This chair, for reasons unknown to me, to this date, said Dan knows about National Get Over It Day. That's what it had stitched in the back of it. Why Rod Stewart was sitting in that chair, I don't know.
It all does connect because the reason that I know about National Get Over It Day is because it is a Rob Stewart impersonator, Bob Stewart. And Bob Stewart would sing Rod Stewart covers, but all about being a good steward of the things you've been given. So there's a lot of songs about like tithing to your church. He'd do a lot of youth groups back in the 70s and 80s. He was not super well received by and large. But his Rod Stewart covers, he had a great Rod Stewart voice. And Bob Stewart would come in and tell you to tithe or the talents that you've been given. You can imagine, I think,
know
the songs. And finally, people started heckling Bob Stewart. They would come and they'd be like, you suck, you're terrible. And he would stop mid-song. Like he'd be singing about, giving some of your money to the church, and he'd just stop. He'd be like, hey, get over it. That was what he would say to people. Get over it. I'm here. I'm Bob Stewart. I'm going to keep doing my thing. And that is how we got to National Get Over It Day. He founded it himself.
That's not what I'm seeing here, Dan. National Get Over It Day started with one guy going through a breakup. It's an Atlanta native entrepreneur named Jeff Goldblatt. And Jeff Goldblatt strategically positioned this day in between Valentine's Day and April Fool's Day after he realized so many people would relate to the difficulty that he was having. To get the ball rolling, Jeff started a web page and wrote a poem that truly started the holiday. And I'm going to read that poem to you. It is found on getoveritday.com. Regardless of your age or race or of gender, if you're tall or short, if you're heavy or slender, if you're married or single, gay, straight, or bi, this day's for you, and we'll now explain why. We all have our issues. All lives contain stress. All lives contain...
You want me to take over there, Chief?
No, stop. Stop.
That literacy badge isn't going to earn itself.
We all have our issues. All lives contain stress.
All lives.
At some point, we're all an emotional mess. Ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, ex-wives. There are people to get over in all of our lives. But as much as things suck or bad as they get, if you got cheated on, if you're broke, or if you're in debt, flunked a test, lost a job, got a nasty cold sore, don't ever forget it could always suck more. It's all part of life. It will help you go stronger. But this pity party of yours can't last any longer. Make today the day that you finally say, screw that, it's done, it's get over it day.
Wow. Did he really say screw that?
He did.
Wow, okay. He did. Lot there.
Lots there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
He also gives you some songs to listen to.
Okay.
Get Over It music, including OK Go with Get Over It, Avril Lavigne with Get Over It.
Yeah.
Care Bears on Fire with Get Over It.
Nope.
Catherine McPhee. What's the name of this song?
Get Over It.
No, it's Over It.
Oh, man.
What is the Carly Rae Jepsen song? Tonight I'm Getting Over You.
She has other songs?
Sarah Bareilles, Gonna Get Over You. Lower Than Atlantis, Get Over It. Daughtry,
Get Over It.
Over You. McBusted.
McBusted is the name of the artist? That sounds like what happens when they catch the Hamburglar. You've been McBusted.
It is McBusted. It's McBusted. What is how does this work again? What's the name of the McBusted song?
Get Over It. McBust a Move.
McBusted is Get Over It. That's exactly right.
What is happening?
Now it's about time I woke up. We broke up. I guess I gotta let you go.
That's McBusted.
Okay, McBusted.
Don't hate him.
I see you.
And there you go.
Man.
And also, if you go to getoveritday.com, you can get a Get Over It Day certificate.
Gotcha.
If you have really committed to getting over it. Those are all things you can do today on
That's
Get
a
Over
lot.
It Day.
That's
So
a lot more.
congratulations. Take the day off.
Please do.
Get over it. But we are going to talk about some things that you haven't been able to get over.
That's right.
What is something in history / entertainment / et cetera? And I wanted to say et cetera
Yeah.
because you never know that you still can't get over. We're going to get to those things in just a second. But first, we're going to take a quick break here on Take the Day Off. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
It is Get Over It Day.
Yeah, it
National
is.
Get Over It Day.
Yep.
What's something, Dan, that's happened in history, entertainment, et cetera, that you just can't get over?
So there are a lot of serious answers
Okay.
here, and I've tried to rack my brain as someone that has taught history and studied it. And I got to be honest, it may be because I lived through it, but the last 4 years, like, if you had told me or anyone, there's going to be this thing called reality TV, where like personalities do bits and people watch them. And there's a guy who's known for being a caricature of himself. Like he's known for having this giant comb over and big New York accent. And like he's known for being rich. That's what he's known for. Like gold is synonymous with this guy. And he's going to run for president, not as a joke, but as real life, like doing it. And then he's going to win the presidency. And then he's going to basically, in 4 years, lose, but tell you that he won anyway. I just, like, there's so many things over that time, without getting political, that blow my mind that it happened. I still can't believe that it happened. I was teaching in 16, couldn't believe that it happened. And I still, like, I struggle with the reality of what it was, what it is, what it means. I just can't get past it.
For me, it's the rise of vampires / like zombies and stuff in pop culture.
Really?
In the past 10, like vampires were huge for a while.
Yeah, in the 2000s, the early aughts.
It still shocks me.
Really?
Twilight was so popular. Why?
That shocks you? I mean,
Still can't get over it.
vampires and zombies been around for
I
hundreds
can't
of years.
get over it.
Wow, that's a weird one. That's weirder than
It's
mine.
the one that came up.
Aaron Shea also said 2016 and 2020. Elizabeth says Hamilton the musical. I can't believe it got as popular as it got, but I'm very happy that it did, and I think I'm with you there.
Kira says the fact that Gilmore Girls reunion episode sucks so bad. I don't agree, Kira. I didn't think that they were bad. I thought they were good.
Yeah, Andy says, honestly, I'm still mad that ABC canceled Pushing Daisies.
That's fair.
Yes, there are big world events that shook me to my core, but I don't want to drop heavy bombs at 5 a.m. A few of you have dropped heavy bombs, and I'm not going to read those, not because I disagree with any of them, but like Elizabeth Cullen, God bless you. Holy cow.
Lisa says not knowing the father of Rory's baby in Gilmore Girls, is it Logan?
If I have to hear any more about Gilmore Girls, so help me.
I do believe it is Logan, only because I think what they were trying to do there is Lorelai worked so hard to be the opposite of her parents. And obviously she got pregnant via a rich guy who always was kind of the parallel to Logan. And so she tried to be so opposite of her parents.
Ended up being the same.
And ended up being the same. And so that's why I'm going. And obviously you're like, yes, I'm Team Jess. But Jess, whatever. He's not, it's Logan. It's Logan.
Genevieve. It was always Logan. It was always you. Genevieve says that it's Henry VIII's fault that Jane Seymour died after childbirth. He hired the best doctors of the time, but didn't have any midwives, and this ultimately led to her death. Dr. Quinn's older than I thought, is what I took away from that.
Dr. Quinn. Allison says, my entire 6th grade language arts class watching the Challenger launch and explode live as a kid. I can't imagine. Can you imagine being a teacher in that situation, Dan? You have the TV on and the space shuttle explodes and you have a bunch of kids in your class and you're just got to...
Yeah, you got to vamp. That's brutal.
Maybe it's not as bad as it seems.
The science teacher that worked at the school where I was most recently, she was next in line to be on the Challenger. So the teacher, I don't remember the teacher's name, but the teacher that went up in space, the science teacher, if something had happened to her, it would have been Susan. That's who it would have been. And then imagine watching it from that perspective, being very close to being on the ship. That's brutal.
Julie says, I can't understand how Taylor Swift is so popular. That's fair, Julie. That's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Nikki Hoffpower says, if the glove fits, you must acquit. Ooh. I remember where I was when the verdict came out. Remember watching the car chase, remember the saga, and still amazed by how all that played out. And I was like 12, 13 when all that happened. And I was way more invested than I should have been in all of that. Like I was in every day reading the newspaper about what happened in court, like Judge Ito allowing the cameras in the room, Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, Marcia Clark. I was in on all of that, very invested. And I remember distinctly being in middle school and them announcing the verdict over the intercom. So everyone got the verdict at the same time because it happened during the school day.
Knowing the makeup of your school, I wonder how the reaction was.
Yeah, you can guess it. Well, they also announced the results of the trial of the impeachment trial of Bill Clinton. So you can guess both of those, and I think you would be right on both of those.
How about this? This is a good one. Megan says Pluto not being a planet anymore.
Yeah.
This is just messed
I'm
up.
confused. Did they add it back in?
I felt like I heard
I feel like they added it back in.
Let's see.
Let's get to the bottom of this Pluto
Pluto
thing.
planet. Okay, here we go. It has been a dwarf planet since 2006, so it's still a dwarf.
It's still a planet?
No, it's a dwarf.
Okay,
it's a dwarf. It got downgraded.
We don't need
from,
to be offensive about it. It's a little planet.
It got planted. It didn't meet the 3 criterias of a planet.
Well, those 3 criterias are. I didn't.
Is
meet
it in
Pluto.
orbit around the sun? Is it sufficient mass to assume hydrostatic equilibrium? So yeah, of course. Yeah. And it has cleared the neighborhood around its orbit. So what did it not meet?
I don't know.
Man, Pluto's
probably the
wild.
hydrostatic thing. Man, a lot of political answers on here. Mary Carver, this is the last one I'll read. I'm not sure if this will qualify, but it does seem relevant here. I will never, ever get over Alicia Witt's role in 2 Weeks' Notice, where she attempted to steal not only Sandra Bullock's job and man, but also her freaking stapler. The petty nerve. I wasn't tearing up. I got something in my throat. The petty nerve. The petty nerve of this woman. It doesn't help matters that her character had the same last name as I do. Again, how dare she? I will never get over any of this, and I will never like a single movie she's in. Even Andrew Walker couldn't convince me. Wow.
That's fair. It's not a good.
Man,
it's a bad
the stapler
character.
was over the top.
Boston Mike, I'll give 2 more. Boston Mike says the Blockbuster gave up the chance to buy Netflix 100%.
Yeah.
And Alonzo says Brokeback Mountain losing the Oscar to Crash.
I don't know, man. Crash is pretty. I'm sorry, I can't even do it.
We did it, everybody.
Hey.
Congratulations. Great day. Try to get over something today, everybody.
Please do.
Read that poem, print out that certificate, do whatever you have to do. Hey, here's a question for tomorrow. Dan, what is a story that comes to mind when you first think of landline telephones?
Oh, boy.
Story
Yeah, I
that
got
comes
a
to mind.
couple.
Okay, all right,
For
great.
sure.
We're going to get to that in just a second. Tomorrow,
You get there. We'll be right
we're
back.
going to leave you with a haiku
Get
here
back
on
to class. Oh, this idea is bad. Bad, 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 bad. Now let's take a break.
Who did that?
I don't know.
It's offensive.